Standard 8 Maths Chapter 11 Mensuration. Hello everyone. So far we have discussed up to question number 3 of 11.1. So we'll continue with question number 4 of exercise 11.1. Exercise 11.1 question number 4. So what does question 4 says? A flooring tile has a shape of a parallelogram whose base is 24 centimeter and corresponding height is 10 centimeter. How many such tiles are required to cover a floor of area 1080 meters square? Okay. So we have to calculate the number of tiles. So in short, what is given? We have been given with the floor. Okay. Its total area is given as 1080 meter square. Okay. And this floor has been covered with tiles. Fine. It has been covered with tiles. So these are tiles suppose, and shape of this tile is of a parallelogram. So these tiles are in the shape of parallelogram whose base is 24 centimeter and height is 10 centimeter. Okay. Now we have to calculate how many tiles are required. Now total area. What is the total area? So area of one tile. Okay, number of tile, total area is how many tiles are there and what is the area of one tile. So total area will be equal to number of tiles multiplied by area of one tile. So if this is the area of one tile and how many tiles are there, we just multiply and we will get the area equal to the total area. Okay, so total area will be number of tiles into area of one tile. Clear? So total area we have been given 1080. Number of tiles we have to calculate, an area of one tile. What is the shape of tile? It is a parallelogram. And what is the area of parallelogram? It is base into height. Okay. So these dimension, that is the dimension of parallelogram, base and height, these are given in centimeter. So for and the area is given in meter square. So these, and either we convert this meter square into centimeter, or we just convert the centimeter into meter square meter. Okay, so 24 centimeter you have to convert it into meter. So we just divide by 100. It is equal to 0.24 meter. Clear? And this 10 centimeter will be 10 upon 100. It will be 0.1 meter. Clear? Area of one tile is B into H. So number of tiles will be this total area upon area of one tile. Total area is 1080 and total area of one tile I have calculated B into H, that is 0.24 into zero point 0.1. Okay, just it is simple. If we remove this decimal, it will become 100 and it will become 10. So it will be 1080 into 100 into 10, that is 1000, and it is 24. Okay, so it is 6 fours are 24 and 6 ones are and 6 8. Clear? It is 180 into 1000 upon 4. So we just 4 and so 45,000 tiles. So 45,000 tiles are required to cover this entire area. Clear? Now next question. Question number 5. So what is question number 5 saying? An ant is moving around a few food pieces of different shape scattered on the floor. For which food piece would the ant have to take a longer round? Remember, the circumference of circle can be obtained by using the expression c equals to 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle. So basically we have to, there are three shapes given around which the ant is moving. So in short, we have to just calculate the circumference of all the three shapes, and we have to just check for which foot piece ant have to take a longer round, or ant have to cover the longer distance. So in short, we have to calculate the circumference of these perimeters. So the first shape is, this is semicircular, and this diameter is given at 2.8 centimeter. Okay, so you have to calculate the circumference. Now for circle and this outer periphery, circumference was 2 pi r. For this half, it will be 2 pi r by 2, that is pi r. So in case circumference will be, circumference will be, it will be, this is pi r and this is 2r. If this is the diameter, half will be r, and this is 2.8, so r will be 2.8 by 2. Radius is half of diameter, it is 1.4. So r is 1.4 centimeter. So for the circumference of this figure, this, it will be equal to this boundary plus this. This is pi r and this is 2r. Okay, this is the diameter actually. So this is pi r plus 2r. So just calculate. It is pi is 22 by 7, r is 1.4 plus 2r. So we can put the directly 2.8 or 1.4 into 2. So it is 0.2. This is 4.4 plus 2.8. It is 7.2 centimeter. So this is for figure 1. Ant has to travel 7.2 centimeter. Okay, we will just write for shape A, it was 7.2 centimeter. Now second shape, so it is just, so this is the shape and this length is 1.5 and this is again 2.8 centimeter. This is centimeter. Okay. So in this case, what will be the circumference? Circumference of this semicircle, this is simple, pi r. Circumference will be this pi r, this distance, plus 1.5 into 1.5, because it is a boundary, and plus this length. Okay, this is this also have to travel. So that is 2.8. So pi r, pi is 2 by 22 by 7. This is d, that is diameter, and radius will be half of this, that will be 1.4. It is 3 plus 2.8. 3 plus 2.8 is 5.8. It is 0.2. This is 4.4 plus 5.8. So it is be 10.2. So for B shape it is 10.2 centimeter. For B shape he has to travel 10.2 centimeter. Clear? Now the third shape. shape C. So this is somewhat a cone shape. This is 2 centimeter. This is also 2 centimeter, and this semicircular diameter is 2.8 centimeter. So its circumference will be this much length. Circumferences of this semicircle, it is pi r, and plus this 2 centimeter, this 2 centimeter. This is 2 plus 2. So pi is 722 by 7 and r is 1.4. 2 plus 2 is 4. It is 4.4 plus 4, that is 8.4. So for third shape, it will have to travel 8.4 centimeter. Now for shape A, he has to travel 7.2 centimeter. For shape B, he has to travel 10.2 centimeter, and for shape C, it will travel 8.4 centimeter. So for B shape, the aunt have to travel the more distance as compared to the other two shapes. Okay, I hope this is clear. So with this exercise is finished. Now we will see the area of some special shapes like area of trapezium. We will discuss area of generalized quadrilateral. Polygon I have discussed. Rhombus we can calculate. Yes. Okay. So we have area of trapezium. Before starting with 11.2, we will discuss this. Okay. Area of trapezium. So trapezium is a type of quadrilateral having 4 sides. So what are the properties of trapezium? This is a trapezium. Okay. A, B, C, D. Now a pair of opposite side are parallel. Means AD is parallel to BC. These opposite sides are parallel. Now these are parallel side and this is the perpendicular distance between parallel side. This is H. Okay, we can say AE. AE is a perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. So what is the area of trapezium? Area of trapezium will be 1 by half or 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides into height, or the perpendicular distance between parallel side. Okay, so this is 1 by 2 sum of parallel side are AD and BC. So it is AD plus BC and height is H into S. So this is the area of trapezium, half into sum of parallel side into distance between those parallel sides. Clear? So this is how we are going to calculate the area of trapezium. Now area of generalized quadrilateral. Area of the generalized quadrilateral having 4 sides. Okay. So rectangle, square, rhombus, these are some specific quadrilaters in which there are some specific formulas. So we will calculate the area of general quadrilateral. Okay. So here we have a quadrilateral P, Q, R, S. Quadrilateral having 4 shape in which there is nothing has been given to us like some pair of opposites parallel side or opposite sides are equal. There is no such thing given to us. Clear? What we are doing is diagonal divides the quadrilateral into two triangle. Okay, we cannot say these are congruent because we are not confirmed whether it is a parallelogram or a rhombus or a rectangle. So we are just assuming this diagonal PR dividing this quadrilateral PQRS into two triangles. So one is triangle PSR, okay, and one is triangle PQR. There are two triangles given. Clear? Now this PR is diagonal. Now we will draw, what we do, we will calculate the area of these two triangles, we will add them up and we will get the area, generalized area, formula for area of quadrilateral. Now for calculating the area of triangle, we need to have this height of the triangle. So we will draw a perpendicular H1 to this. For this area or area triangle PSR, we are just drawing altitude H1 to this side PR or to the diagonal PR, and for triangle PQR we will drawing in another altitude or another height. So this is suppose say S T and QX. So these are the two different altitude. This is H1 and this is H2. So area of triangle PSR, what will be? It will be half base, base is PR into this H1, base into height. Area of triangle PQR, it will be again half base, that is PR into H2, that is altitude. Now area of quadrilateral will be, sum of these two triangles, that is half PR into H1 plus half PR into H2, and this half into PR is common to all these terms, it is H1 plus H2. So generalized formula for the for calculating area of quadrilateral will be product, half of the product of diagonal and into the sum of these two altitudes. Okay, this way we are going to calculate the area of a generalized polygon. Oh, sorry, generalized quadrilateral. Now there is one example, example 1. It will be more clear to you. So find the area of quadrilateral PQRS. So there is quadrilateral PQRS is given to us. So this is, we are PQRS, and this diagonal is 5.5 centimeter. One of the perpendicular is length is, this length is 1.5 centimeter, this is centimeter, and length of this diagonal is 2.5 centimeter. We have to find the area. So area of PQRS, we have just calculate half into this diagonal, that is QS, plus this, suppose this is H1 and this is H2. This is H1 plus H2. So this is QS is 5.5, H1 plus H2, this is 1.5 plus 2.5. Okay, so this is half into 5.5, 1.5 plus 2.5 will be 4. Okay, this is 2 and this is 11. So area of this quadrilateral is 11 centimeter square. So next special type of quadrilateral we have rhombus. Rhombus In rhombus, A, B, C, D. This is O. So you know all the sides of rhombus are equal. These are opposite sides are parallel and equal. In fact, all the four sides are equal. And these diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree. And these diagonal bisect, that means this is equal to this and this equal to this. So if we go by generalized formula, so area of ABCD will be half, that is diagonal. Wait. So if we go by the generalized formula for the generalized quadrilateral, it will be C. Leave that. Area of this rhombus will be area of triangle ACD and this ABC, area of triangle ABC. Okay, this rhombus is made up of two triangle, this ACD and ABC. So what is the area of triangle ACD? It will be half base, that is base is AC and this is OD into OD. Okay, plus ABC, it is half base, again base is AC into OB. So this is half, AC is common. In bracket we have OD plus OB. If we add OD and OB, it will be BD. This OD plus OB is nothing but BD. This is AC into BD. Clear? So what is AC? It is first diagonal, that is half D1, and BD is second diagonal, that is D2. So area of rhombus is half into product of two diagonals. So area of rhombus will be half into the product of two diagonals. So this was the and area of polygon like hexagon, pentagon. I have discussed in first video how to calculate the area of generalized polygon by triangulating them or by dividing them into triangles and different figures. So we will start with exercise 11.2 from next video. Thank you.